Hey guys, welcome back to Mayaka's Crafts. So today I'm going to be showing you guys an easy method to make donuts which we will require no kneading. So to start it, first you're going to take a very big bowl and add 500 grams of flour into it. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Add salt on one side of the bowl, because when we add yeast we have to add it on the other side so that the salt doesn't take away the energy of the yeast as soon as it comes. So for yeast we're going to have to add 2 teaspoons. Like this. Now we have to mix up all of these dry ingredients. Now after mixing in all these ingredients properly, we put this aside. Take a new bowl for the wet ingredients. In this, we will add milk, 200 grams of milk. Then we have to add around 170 grams of butter, melted butter. Next, we should add around 80 grams of honey. Next, we should crack in 4 eggs. Now, after mixing in all the 4 eggs, we have to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now, you're going to mix in all the wet items properly and then add it into the big bowl with all the dry ingredients. So now I added the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and now we're going to mix it properly. After we mix this both the types of ingredients properly, we're gonna have to let it sit outside in room temperature for 2 to 3 hours, and then we have to let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours, so overnight. So as you can see, after I mixed it, there are no more lumps in this batter. So now I'm just going to let it sit outside for 2 to 3 hours and then in the refrigerator for overnight or 12 hours. And after overnight and letting it set, you will notice that the dough will rise till the top of the container. So I'm going to show you guys tomorrow when the dough is all set. So now it's the next day and the batter was set in the refrigerator overnight. Also, I forgot to say yesterday, but we are supposed to cover this with any aluminium foil or parchment paper and then on top of it with a cloth. So now I'm opening it, and as everyone can see, the dough rose a lot more than it was yesterday. So now we're going to take this batter and mix it up properly. Take a floored base and then spread it on the base so that we can have it like that and we can cut our donut shapes. Now actually my batter is a little sticky, as you can see. It's kind of sticking on the hand, so I actually added flour to make it come properly like that. So now let's go and cut the donut shapes. So now we're going to cut out the donut shapes. I don't have any donut cutters, so I'm using a small circular bowl and one of these cups to cut the donuts. So you're first going to take the bigger cup and cut this, and take the smaller one and cut a circle like this. Now you can make 4 similar ones like these. Then take it and put it on any tray with some aluminium foil or parchment paper put on it. So now I set these donut cuttings that I made into the tray with the aluminium foil, and now I'm going to let it sit here for 10 minutes and then we're going to start baking. So now I let the donuts sit for some time and they rose a little bit. Next we're going to take a brush and dip it in some melted butter and spread it over these donuts. So now I put melted butter on the top and bottom side of the donuts, and now we're going to put it into our oven. Now we have to bake it at 190 degrees Celsius for around 15 minutes. And you have to keep checking them so that they don't get too much brown, and if they already got brown, then just you have to stop it wherever it is. So first I'm making three vanilla glazes, but one will be normal color and then two will have some food color added. So how to make this vanilla glaze is you add 180 grams of sugar for each and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence in them and around 3 tablespoons of milk. Like this, and now you can mix it and get your glaze. So after mixing this, I added red food dye in one of them. You're going to mix it well so that the red spreads throughout. But if you want like a pinkish shade, you should add less red. So mine came kind of pinkish reddish in the middle. And then in the other one I had green food dye, so I added that. So now I mixed in the two food dyes. If you want any of them darker, you can add more color, but I prefer them a little light. And now we're going to make the chocolate glaze. Now for the chocolate glaze, we have to add 180 grams of powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, which I already have added in there, and around 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. And now we're going to mix all of this. So now I'm going to take these finished donuts and start dipping them. So the first one I'm going to be dipping in this plain vanilla glaze. You can dip it fully or just the top, but I want to just dip it on the top. Like this. The next one I'm going to be dipping in this pinkish red vanilla glaze. The next I'm dipping in the green vanilla glaze. And the next, my favorite one, the chocolate glaze. Now the chocolate is a little thick for me right now. So if you don't want it thick, you can add a little more milk and it will not be so thick. Now we're going to add the sprinkles on top of these. Now your donuts are finished, and after letting it set for another 5 to 10 minutes, you can start serving and eating them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See you then. Bye. So here's the answer to the previous puzzle. The next number in the series is 6. As I said, there was a clue in the question. So the words in the question, how many ever letters they had, that was the number. So what 4 is to the 3 next 4, number 6 into this 4 and series 6. So 6 is the next number in the question. Next, again, homonyms are 2 words which have the same pronunciation but different spellings and meanings. And example here and here. Now you have to answer these with the clues given over here. You have to find the pair of homonyms. So the first one, server table and heavy mass. Hairless and shouted, hollow place and complete, and the numbers 4/6 and the 4/6 and 4/5. These indicate how many letters there are in the word of the homonym. So comment on your answers and let's see who gets them correct.